a day that we get to experience, we get to walk a little tiny bit with Jesus in his agony. I think about when I was in the Holy Land, we actually walked the Via Dolorosa at close to 5 in the morning. We did it really early before all the merchants opened up, and it was a way to just quietly, peacefully, respectfully, prayerfully walk to the cathedral, walk to the Holy Sepulchre, and go through the Stations of the Cross. So maybe, I'm not sure what your plans are today, but if you could read through the gospel reading of the day, do the Stations of the Cross, I know that you'll find it very rewarding, very just blessed to be able. I was so blessed to be able to actually walk that way and to see how narrow the ways, actually the streets are, how windy they are. And I was thinking about one of my favorite quotes. Actually, I just took it off my whiteboard behind me in my office, but it was, our crooked roads can lead to a straight path through faith. This idea that our windy roads, our crooked roads of life, the things that we might feel most, even our darkest moments lead for us as Christians to our redemption, where the past can be the past through this act of crucifixion and death of our Lord Jesus. So it's a day of hope. Do not, again, do not despair. Do not be overwhelmed by even what your Lent looks like, what you thought your Lent would look like, what it looked like in reality. Let that definitely be past you. And I was thinking about what I love about this day too is we have the opportunity to begin a novena. A novena is 9 days of prayer. And my favorite novena is the Divine Mercy Novena. It starts today and it ends on Divine Mercy Sunday. And I think it's my favorite novena because it gives us an opportunity to pray for so many different people. We have this gift of being able to extend our prayers out to those who are Christian, those who are not, those who are Catholic, those who are not Christian. And if you want to learn more about that, I actually have 3 books I recommend. First, this is Father Chris Aylar's book, Understanding Divine Mercy by Father Chris Aylar. Michelle and I interviewed him on our podcast, Inspire the Faith. And it was really a great interview. He stressed the importance that divine mercy, God's mercy, is really our faith in action. It's our heartfelt response when we see suffering. And he just did a beautiful job really on this recent podcast explaining all of that. Now, these are 2 books that Michelle and I co-authored and put together. This is a collaboration book that came out, Our Friend Faustina, that talks about St. Faustina, the Divine Mercy, the importance of this devotion, the many, many aspects of this devotion. And both in Our Friend Faustina and in this book that Michelle and I wrote, Divine Mercy for Moms, we talk about the importance of mercy in light of our actions. So what I mean by this, St. Faustina shared that actually I want to read the complete quote. She said in her diary, 742, I give you 3 ways of exercising mercy toward your neighbor: deed, word, and prayer. And these 3 degrees contain the fullness of my mercy, in which is unquestionable proof of love of me. For the soul that glorifies and pays reverence to my mercy. So the idea that we are so blessed, this is the image of divine mercy, that we are so blessed that we can actually have a heartfelt response. Jesus gives us this formula for divine mercy. And with it, this formula, it's changed my life. It's literally given me a formula for action when I encounter suffering. So again, deed. First, Jesus calls us to do a deed. Second, a word of encouragement, a word of hope, a card in the mail, a word to just give them life in their life. And then, last, prayer. And I don't say last, everything is a prayer, but there are times we cannot act with our actions. There are times we cannot express words, but there are definitely times that we can offer a simple prayer when somebody else is suffering. So I hope that diary insert gives you hope. I hope that when you see something that is upsetting to you, that, and I love this day of Good Friday. It's a hard, hard day, but with that formula of showing divine mercy, it gives us a way to better understand how to give mercy like Jesus calls us to give mercy. Now, again, you have just so many opportunities today through prayer, through fasting, going to church if you may, and just spending quiet time with the Lord. A lot of times I have to really prepare the children for this day because they're like, Mom, even last night, even though they know that the formula, this is Holy Thursday, Mom, what are we doing? Mom, really? This is what we're doing today? And I'm like, yes, it's Holy Thursday. Mom, what? Good Friday? I thought Good Friday, like I have a play day. I went out with my friends. I'm doing this. So again, just resetting the family, letting them know the expectations. A lot of times from 12 to 3, I light a candle on the mantle. I remind them this is a prayerful time. Then we're going to go to church at 3 o'clock. But when we enter in, when we choose to enter in, it gives us such an opportunity to have a better Easter, right? And even if this was the worst Lent of your life, put it behind you, right? We're called to look at our past with gratitude. Remember, we talked about Jeremiah 29:11. Jesus gave us, he wants us to look at our future of hope. So today is such a great day to make it the best day you can. Not make it a day of guilt, but make it a day of rejoicing. Make it a day where we embrace our humanity. We see that Peter denies Jesus 3 times, his best friend. And who does he deny Jesus to? Not to a high official, but to the high priest's slave, someone that he didn't even have a good relationship with, someone that he probably in his frail humanity despised. That's who he denied Jesus to. But the truth is, we're all weak.